Hi, this is Dr. Bob, and we are dealing today with questions from our fans at Facebook. And if you haven't been to our Facebook site with Faith Defenders, you ought to do that. You also ought to join our Twitter team and get involved, as well as our website, faithdefenders.com. The next question, which is a little more complicated, but yet I will try to deal with it. The Berean Call, my good friend Dave Hunt, we disagree on some minor doctrines. He wants to accuse John Calvin of teaching Reconstructionism. Well, the fast answer is Reconstructionism did not exist at that time as a doctrine, as a movement. Ipso facto, Calvin could not have been a member of a movement that didn't exist. It's like saying Jesus was a Democrat or a Republican. Well, since there were no Republicans and Democrats in the first century, such a claim is preposterous. And the same thing concerning Jean Calvin. You cannot do that. Now, what he's trying to say in his own way is that Reconstructionists have some idea of a church-state union where the church dictates to the state the religion that should be allowed. Now, you must understand, if you're only asking the question very narrowly, did all of the reformers, and including the Arminian founders like the Wesley brothers, John and Charles Wesley, did they believe that the church and the state could somehow be together, and the church used the state in order to punish people who broke church rules? Yes, virtually everyone believed in the state church, and that's what they inherited from Roman Catholicism since the medieval times. Now, the only group to hold out were the Anabaptists, and then finally the Baptists, of which I am one, who says the church is the church, the state is the state, and never the twain shall meet. The church should not use the state should not use the church. They are sovereign spheres, separate from each other. Nowhere in the New Testament did the apostles call upon the officials of the state to implement church discipline. So if you don't come to church, I can't call the local sheriff, Rasberger, and go get Jim, he missed church. I want you to beat the stuffing out of him and throw him in jail for missing church. Reconstructionism today, in some of its forms, envision an America where certain Christians are ruling it with an iron hand, and they are punishing people who violate biblical rules. That's not church-state. That's a form of tyranny. So Dave's point is he is not understanding the Reformation, the church-state dynamic of Catholicism, a misreading of the Old Testament and why that happened. And he's confusing it with Reconstructionism, which is a modern movement which has so many lunatic fringe edges to it. I really don't know what he means by Reconstructionism. He could mean one thing and mean another. He doesn't define himself.